All right, here we are, Buffalo, New York. Well, Lewiston more specifically. Started snowing. Pretty heavy, wet. Look at that, it sticks right together. Terrible. So it's going to be tough if it actually accumulates to something. But in the meantime, I figured I'd give you guys a tour of our 2020, 2021 snow plowing equipment that we have. So you can already see there's two pieces that I'll talk about a little bit more when we get over there. But in the meantime, stay tuned. All right, here's our first truck. 2017 Ford F350 with a Boss VXT Power V plow. 2017, I said, four-wheel drive, extended cab, and a long box. Nothing really yet. Nothing too extreme or different or whatnot. It's just a plow truck. Residential use, mostly, because it's a smaller truck. LED headlights. So, we got mostly Boss plows, one Western. We got the Western not by choice, but because the truck came with it when we got it. We'll get there. But nothing too special about this truck. So, residential, use it for commercials. But this is a smaller truck out of our fleet, so it's really good at doing residential stuff. So, all right, let's move on to the next one. All right, this is the second truck I'm going to cover. This is the one with the Western plow on it. 2005 Ford F350, single cab, long box. If you look back at my channel a little bit, back into March, we built this flatbed for it. I think it's an 8-foot or a 7-foot 6-inch plow on the front. Haven't used this bed yet for plowing. It should be interesting. Seeing if the weight helps it. It was kind of a slippy slidey, sliding around all the time deal. So that's going to be new this year for us. These lights in the back are pretty cool. They're called Truck something or True X8, I think they're called. These are a 4-function light: stop, turn, tail, reverse. All of them. So there's 3 right there and 3 over there. So when the truck goes in reverse, they all will turn from red to white. So I should have plenty of light back here. That's one of my big things I've been kind of gung-ho on recently, is getting light behind the truck so you can see what's going on behind you, because in the world we live in, we back up quite a bit in these trucks. So those should be a nice addition. Just a regular pickup truck. Well, pickup box delete with a flatbed on it now. But here's the Western plow. Straight blade. Not really a fan of them, to be honest with you. But it came with the truck. Good deal, whatever, we got it. If this truck didn't come with a plow on it, they'd have a Boss V plow on it by now. But no sense in changing that around now. It does its job. I just like to have everything kind of universal. You know, parts crossover. And then just learning how stuff works. When I have 6 plows or 7 plows that are all the same manufacturer and everything's the same, that's good. Or with the Boss, I can flip-flop trucks. All right, I lost you there for a minute. My phone ran out of storage. But anyway, I was talking about the Boss plow. They're interchangeable. So I could have one truck go down and one plow go down on separate vehicles. And I could take both pieces. I could take a plow off a different truck and flip-flop and swap everything around. The wiring's all the same. You might have to switch the controller over if you got a straight blade and you're going to a V. But, I mean, within, we'll say 5 minutes, I could have a different plow on a truck. With this Western, I don't know for sure. Don't quote me. But at least with my fleet, I can't switch this out with anything. The plow works okay, but it is what it is. All right, moving along. I'm not sure how well this is going to come up in the video because it's kind of getting dark out now. It's only like 5 o'clock and it's already dark. 2008 Chevy 3500 dually, 6.6 Duramax. This one's got a Boss 8-foot 6-inch straight blade on it. We originally purchased this plow in 2002, 2003 for the one Isuzu over there on the right. So we used to actually use this plow with a cab over. So we've had this plow for quite a while, and when we bought this truck, we decided that we were going to move the plow over to this truck and take that cab over off the road because it wasn't as effective as it could be. So old plow, upgraded parts. We got new headlights on it, fresh cutting edge, semi-fresh you know, we've been kind of throwing some more money at keeping the plow running, and hopefully we can sell it with the truck whenever that comes. Hopefully sooner or later. This truck is probably my least favorite out of the fleet. It's always got a breakdown for some reason. Something's wrong with it all the time. I don't know what the problem is. This is one of my, I don't know, out of all 9 trucks, this is probably like number 2 or 3 of my worst trucks we have. But not a fan of Chevys. It's just my thing. Some people love them, not me. So this is just a flatbed. It's a mowing truck we use. Used to be our salt truck. Just retired the other day. We sold the salter. Well, we got the wooden sideboards here. These come off, all of them all the way around. So then it's just a flatbed. And then we'll put wooden sides on here that are just one tall, like this tailgate here. So you have good visibility at the back. Because those sideboards make it look like you're driving a box truck. So we like the wood sideboards because it's easy to pull everything off. So, especially in the winter, and you got the screen in the back window, so you can see stuff pretty well out of this truck without the flatbed, or without the wooden sideboards. I'm sorry. And now the salter's gone, so that should be you should be able to see really nice now. Also equipped with some LED backup lights. I'm slowly starting to transition the fleet over to this style, where I have these mounted pods rather than some other options I had. Again, lighting the back of the truck is very important to me, especially when I'm not the one running it and I got somebody else running it. You know, just hopefully minimize the damage that we could do. So I made some hitch lights at one point, but now I'm kind of just getting to mount everything on the truck. Those lights, I mount them up as on a switch. At least for our salt trucks, they're just on switches, and they're also in reverse. So you can put it on a switch and drive forward, or when you go into reverse, they come on. All right, moving along to our next thing, a Volvo L20B payloader we use for snow plowing as well. And there's this pusher over there. We got 10-foot ProTech rubber edge pusher, a 1995 pusher, pretty old. Still gets the job done. Maybe we're going to upgrade in a couple of years to, hopefully sooner or later, upgrade the plow on this thing to make it a little bit more efficient. Once you plow on a wheel loader, especially this compact wheel loader, God, I love this thing for plowing. Once I started plowing in this, I don't ever want to go back to a pickup truck. This thing is fantastic for snow. The turn radius on it is great. The visibility is great. You're sitting way up in the cab there. You can see all sides, out the back, all the way around. And it pushes like a beast. I think if we had a better plow, like an Arctic sectional plow, a 10-footer, this machine would absolutely smoke a pickup truck. And in all segments. The ability to move around. I can plow both directions. I can stack snow. I mean, this thing's an absolute beast when it's equipped with the proper stuff. So, ProTech over there. It's not terrible. I mean, it does the job, but I like something that's a little bit more efficient. What happens is the rubber cutting edge grabs the ground too much, and I lose my traction and my oomph behind it. So I want something with an adjustable cutting edge. Something more floats a little bit better. That rubber edge is pretty static, and it just, I don't know, it's like taking a squeegee and shoving it straight into the ground and trying to push. It doesn't work as well. You need something that kind of glides across and scrapes. That's why I think that Arctic might be a good option for us. So, all right, let's move on to the next one. Right along here, we move on to our 2011 Ford F350. Very similarly set up to the first truck we looked at. 6.7 Power Stroke, 160,000 miles on it now. Long bed, extended cab with a Boss V-plow on the front. Like it's almost identical to the other one, except for this one's a little older. It does the job. No complaints. We upgraded some wiring on it today. So when it comes to getting the job done, this thing, this is also a fan favorite of mine for plowing driveways and whatnot. So no complaints. Good truck. So all right, we'll move on to the next one. Right over here we got our 2 excavators. These are really good at moving snow. Some of our best equipment, actually. We got an open cab one here. Really gets you a little cold, so make sure you bundle up. And then we get the Bobcat next door with the enclosed cab, that's pretty luxury. So we get the blades here, you know, a couple feet wide, 6 feet, 7 feet wide. Pushes a good amount of snow. Tracks, we slide around from time to time, but you know, it is what it is. But let me tell you, and then when it comes to stacking, whoo, these things can stack some snow. You take these buckets and just start pushing up the hill. Oh yeah, that's nice. These things are great for snow removal. I'm telling you, if you need an excavator, if you need something for snow removal, I wouldn't even look past an excavator. This could be one of your best investments out there. All right, let's move on. All right, moving right along here. I hope to God you didn't take that last part serious, because that was not serious at all. I had to say it. Somebody would probably go in the comments, oh, you can't use an excavator for snow. Guess what? Don't do it. I was joking, okay? Good God. Relax. All right, well, anyway, we're moving on. Now we got our, if you haven't noticed a trend here, we kind of have a lot of equipment that matches the next thing. I like things the same, all right? I showed you the pickup truck 2 pickups ago in the first one. Both extended cab long boxes, and now look at this. I have 2 dump trucks. We'll start off with this one. It's a 2009 Ford F550 Boss Power VXT, 9-foot 2-inch. This truck is 4-wheel drive. It's got the 6.4 power stroke in it, twin turbo. You can say whatever you want about that. It's all your own opinion. I don't really care. It's been, knock on wood, pretty good to us. It's got a new mirror put on there. The other one was cracked. All right, like I think I said, it's a switch and go. Both of them are next door there too. And this will give you a good comparison of why we take the sideboards off. We built this bed for this truck custom. We actually have a dump box for it for the summer. But the bulkhead on it is like, this is all metal. This is a big metal thing here. And there's no screen. You can't, it's like literally driving a box truck. And I don't know anybody who wants to plow with a box truck. So we decided to build this bed ourselves. Since then, Switch and Go has decided to come out with their own, which has legs on it. That's the only thing we don't have. But we built this bed just for plowing. We throw some sand. Wait, this salter's new, we'll get there, but we used to just toss some sand up in here. They had some extra weight. But you look out the back window, I mean, you could see right through it. It's pretty nice. So, another idea that, another reason we did this is we wanted something that's inexpensive, kind of, that could rust away. That dump box was, you know, that's worth a lot of money. And I really hate having something like that just rust away on us. So we built this cheap flatbed. And then this year we decided to mount a salter to it. So we used to have a 1.5 yard Salt Dog salter. We had it from 2011. We had it in a couple different trucks. And the capacity was just getting to be a kind of an issue. You know, we get a lot of ice storms here up in the northern part of Buffalo, Niagara Falls area. We miss a lot of the snow on like our south towns of us. But salting is kind of a big thing for us because, you know, people don't want it for liability reasons. And my problem that I was having is every time I go out to salt for these oddball salt runs, I would be limited by the capacity of the hopper. And my turnaround time would sometimes be up to 1.5 hours before I got back to a site, which I didn't like that. So bigger hopper on the back of this big truck. I think that's going to help us out. It's a 3-yard hopper, Salt Dog Pro 3000. It's a new model from what I've understood. So we're going to be testing this thing out and trying it, seeing if we like it. I mean, kind of too bad if we don't like it now. We already have it paid for. So it's a monster of a salter compared to the last one we had. I mean, look at the pure size of this thing. 3-yarder, that should really throw some freaking salt. Really beefy. Oh, so anyway, back to this bed we built, which is good for this salter, because now in the summertime, this bed comes off, that salter's going to stay right on it. This bed can rust away for all I care. I really don't care if it rusts away, because it's not destroying my more expensive dump bed. So I don't think it's going to rust away. I mean, we built this thing pretty heavy duty with a 3/16 floor and whatnot. We get them oil sprayed too, all these trucks. So with their crown undercoating. So I don't think it's going to be an issue for us. I mean, this thing's like oiled up to beyond belief. You can just peel the oil off it. It's so thick. So that's another reason I put it on this truck, because that thing's all oiled up really nice. It shouldn't have any problem rusting away. So yeah, big old Salter. And you can see I just put these lights on yesterday. Those are my salt lights. I have them mounted up to an upfitter switch in the cab, so I can flick the switch on and they come on, or in reverse they come on, and then the white ones below it right there, those that come on too, they're pretty crappy now compared to these big bright ones. So I'm kind of excited to try this thing out, so it should be pretty cool. All right, now we're gonna move on to our final truck. I think this is our last truck. 2017 Ford F550, again, sister truck to this one almost, with being just 10 years newer. Truck number 18. This is our newest truck in the fleet. We got this one last November, so we've had it just over a year now. You can also go back. It's actually some of my first 3 videos, I think, are on this truck. This truck used to be white, and it did not have a switch and go on it. It had a flatbed. We took the flatbed off. Actually, that is the flatbed right there. We took that off, and we rebuilt it and made it a dump truck for this. But I also tried to make that bed so it was a one multi-use purpose bed. So this one we built the got cut off again because I ran out of space. So hopefully I can wrap this video up. Where were we? Talking about this flatbed. I built this one, so I only have one flatbed for the truck. So what I did was, I still wanted a bulkhead, but I used the screen instead of a solid steel. So this is what the bulkhead on the other truck looks like. But the steel comes straight up here, and this is all steel. Now I got a mesh that I can see through, and in my mirror, I've only got a 2-inch piece of channel that's in my way. So I can still see once I'm gonna take all these tools out of here so I can see right through everything. But I can see right through the mesh, which was a big hitter for me, what I wanted. More about this truck. Just picked up this Boss DXT. We're trying the DXT out for the first time. LED headlights, 9-foot 2-inch. Got some strobe light up top. So, twin trucks, 165-inch wheelbase. I actually like these 550s or 450s. These are both 5s, but these trucks, I like these better than the pickups. They have a much better turn radius, and that's because the front end is wider, so it allows more steering angle. Hopefully I can just finish this video up. Wide track front end, better steering angle, better turn radius. Actually, this probably has a better turn radius than the pickup truck with similar wheelbase. I don't know for sure, I haven't measured it. This truck here, we also put this bumper on it. Equip that ourselves. You got the red light on the outside, white light, and then that other one coming from right to left is an amber. White in the middle, both those light up white. And there's also a white light in the turn signals on the outside. And strobes. So hopefully, I'm hoping these white lights on the outside will be enough backup for me. Or I'll have to put those on. Which, I don't care. I mean, I got the lights already. So we got ambers across the back. Ambers across the back on that one. Beacons going out for service. Beacon on this truck. Twins. They do what we want. It is what it is. Oh, well, I'll show you this cap mount I made too for this plow. All right, so now we're moving inside the truck. My window's covered in water, so that's why it looks a little blurry. But what I was talking about is this this controller mount I built. Just a piece of rebar and 2 pieces of 1/2-inch round stock. It slides into the holes for the headrest in the center, so it's removable pretty quickly, and it can be out of my way for the summertime when I got maybe somebody sitting in the center seat. But I can just rest my arm down on this thing, and I have all my plow control functions right there at the tip of my fingers, which I think will be pretty nice. And I don't utilize any cup holders. I don't have any screws on my dash. I don't have a mount. Some of these other trucks, we got it mounted right there. So, and then I'm blocking all my controls. I didn't want that. So I think this is a really good alternative. I can still get to everything. My remote for my my bed, my tow trailer controller, which I probably won't use, and all my defrost. And I still have my 2 cup holders down here. So, all right, let's move on. All right, guys, I hope you liked the video. That's going to wrap up today's edition of our 2020 snow plowing equipment here at Bow Enterprises. We got more videos coming whenever. I don't know exactly when yet. Hopefully I can get a whole shop tour. I'll talk about those trucks and this truck, and give you a tour around our shop whenever I get the chance. I'm hoping for all the equipment to come back at some point. So, all right, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. More coming. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. All right, we'll see you.